Yo, 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 yo. What's going on? It's Terrell, Hall of Fame, D-Line, TBKC, and all that sweet, beautiful, wonderful shit. Check this out. This video, we're going to talk a little bit about the importance of breeding dogs the same size. And I know what you're thinking, like, oh, shit, in my yard, I done bred a pocket to a standard, maybe a pocket to an XL, maybe, however it goes. And it's not the worst thing in the world right now, but we're talking about going forward. And the reason why this is so important is because of things we've talked about now. Previous video, excuse me, where we talked about the, how certain genetics just don't mix. And with this breed, we do understand that many different breeds have been put into this breed. I'll say illegally. And so what you're starting to see is, don't think about the American Bully, but in the pockets, there are some real pockets. There are some pockets that have been downsized through the process of dwarfism and picking the runt and other things like that that are just true, true to what they're supposed to be. Then there are these other ones where you have pugs, you have French bulldogs, English bulldogs. No telling what else, as we Alapahas, because there are shorter Alapahas also. And then you go to the standard dogs, and the standard dogs typically are more of the true American Bully, but you also will have some oldie mixed into those guys to try to make them a little bigger. Sometimes American Bulldog mixed into those guys to try to make them a little bigger. And, the list goes on. Then when we go to the XLs, we're talking about the Bordeaux gets mixed in there, the Bull Mastiff, the Neapolitan Mastiff, American Bulldog again, so you have a lot of, we can't forget the Rottweiler. You have a lot of genetics, a whole lot of genetics going through all of these dogs. And the truth of the matter is that all of them don't mix well. And this is why, some of the flaws and some of the issues that we see, especially like the longer backs on certain dogs and different things of that nature are starting to come about. And sometimes it just happens, like the longer backs. That's more so in the last decade that you see these dogs, and they have really long backs, a lot of weaker rears, which a lot of bulldogs have weaker rears. I don't know where the hell, what trait that is that's pulling out that long, elongated back. But you have that, you have weaker pasterns, you have a lot of straight stifles where the leg doesn't have a proper bend. These are all issues that come from different breeds that have been added, and sometimes the combination of those breeds. The reason why, from now, our plan is 5 years from now to totally stop the intermingling of the breeds, and that gives people, that gives you a couple generations at least to fix some issues and get your dog set on the right track. Then it's another 5 years after that, say for instance, as you breed your pockets, they might still throw some of the bigger dogs, that you can replace them if you want to into those other classes, but they still won't be allowed to be bred to another class. And that might be 5 years, it might be 10 years. We will monitor it as it goes along. But the reason we have this plan together is because we want to at least, we can't change all of the people cheating and all of that. Now we're just trying to cap everything off. DNA testing, so we know that every dog has the proper DNA testing, and we know what we're dealing with. And then as the pockets, we allow those genes to start to mature and it refine itself, get rid of some of the flaws that come along with the pockets, same with the standard and the XL, and really have a chance to fine tune and refine the dog. You will never have that opportunity to make these dogs what you want them to be if, and I'm saying not just in your yard, but I'm talking about the big picture as the breed. We can't do that if we have literally the standard goes from 14 inches, to a foot taller, it's supposed to be, I think, 24, 25 inches. I forget right off the top of my head, but people don't stop there, Then you talk the talk of a double XL, and we won't have a double XL dog, it's an XL and that's it. Well, for the moment anyway, let's just say that. I hate to say anything permanently, but the truth of the matter is that not any breed on the face of the earth has that big of a size range, and it's gonna stop you from actually having a real breed that is consistent the whole way out. And when we think about the other breeds of dogs, you know, they're identifiable by their consistency, their colors, their height, their facial features, all the things that make breed anything from a basset hound to a pharaoh hound to a clumber spaniel. You know, all of these dogs, if you'll probably maybe not have heard of some of those dogs, but they're very, very identifiable, you know, in their traits and their characteristics. We can't reach that level by having such a big variation. That's why we have the breeds. They were known as classes. Now they're, you know, known as breeds. We will have at least a 10-year journey with the pocket. Same thing with the standard, same thing with the XL before we see a true consistent dog, a true consistent look. Yes, we are trying to eliminate the wrinkly faces. We do want the tighter skin, the tighter faces, the more fine coat, not the thicker, fluffier coats. We do want tighter feet, not the more spread out, splayed feet that come from some of the other dogs. And, you know, we do want very, very good symmetry. And for those that don't understand what the symmetry means, that is everything fits. You know, if your dog has large shoulders, it should have a large rear end. You know, if it's a medium-sized shoulders, medium rear end. You know, medium length back. You know, everything needs to fit perfectly in order to get what we call, you know, the perfect type of show dog. And the perfect type of show dog is what we're leading for to make the breed better. These are the dogs that should be bred. We will never get that if you know, because it's strange and it's like a Dr. Frankenstein experiment. But yes, sometimes if you breed a short dog to a big dog, it will come out with the features of both parents. I've seen it happen. You will have a shorter dog with the longer back, or you'll have a larger dog that has more of the small dog's facial features. And it's I've seen that because it gives you that beady eye type thing to where the eye set is not good. All these small different things, and not to mention a larger pool of mistakes that could happen because you're playing with a larger pool of genetics. And we really need to be narrowing these things down. We want to get this breed to a point in, say, 10, 15 years that it's sort of easy to breed these dogs, because as a community, we've weeded out all of the issues. There'll be another video where I talk more and more about, health testing in many different ways. But we have to do all these things to get this breed to where it needs to be. So, if you are running a program right now, strongly, strongly consider picking a height, and what you want out of your dogs and sticking with that. Really, really stick with it. Really, really lock in those genetics. You'll be helping to breed, not just your yard, but you will be helping to breed. We can't go up and down with this large range of dogs anymore. Until next time, y'all, much love. Peace.